the Philip Basketballs. We just witnessed one game. We're about to commence with our another. Before us, it is the Dennery All Blacks who have their green and black strip, and of course, Gros Islet in the traditional blue and white color. Both teams did extremely well in the group stages, hence the reason why they have found themselves in this quarterfinal matchup. Let us start off with the starting 11 for the guys from the north, the Gros Islet team. Number 1 in goal, Dermot Monrose. Number 15, Masalas Dovel. Number 5, Sherman Sylvester. Always a crowd favorite, number 7, Mike Phillip. Number 23, Leo Chasson. Number 14, Ian Thomas. Number 14, Everton Regis. Number 12, Urban Augustine. Number 10, President International Coach and Solution in terms of football, Francis Babalastic. Number 4, George Alcine. And number 6, Philip Bernard. Round of applause for the first 11. The team is coached by Francis Lastic and of course managed by Joe Louis. We move on now to the lineup for the Dennery All Blacks. Number 3, James Prosper. Number 16, Joey Hunt. Number 25, Ed John. Number 21, Jeremiah Gillian. Number 15, Benson Emile. Number 7, Claudius Monaville. Number 18, Timothy Emmanuel. Number 11, Lufa Emile. Number 23, Hendrik Cordova. Number 12, Mark Francis. And number 9, Jose Lewis. Starting 11 for the Dennery All Blacks. The team is coached by Mugabe Polius and managed by Mr. Alfred Prosper. The officials, the referee is J.N. Polius. AR1, Arian Joseph. AR2, Junior George. And the former official is Ms. Chantel John. Mr. Albert Malagan, who is the CEO of Veteran Sports, will meet the teams. Also, he has a lovely lady, Miss Beaufort, Miss Kiana Nicholas. She is the Beaufort representative in the National Independence Pageant. I wish her well, I wish Beaufort well. And of course, let's see who's going to win this game. It's going to be Dennery or Gros Islet. Dennery or Gros Islet? Dennery or Gros Islet? Because usually only some one. Dennery or Gros Islet? Also, they have 2. Dennery or Gros Islet? They have 5. Dennery or Gros Islet? 8 Gros Islet people. Dennery or Gros Islet? Dennery or Gros Islet? Dennery 5. Dennery! 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 You know what I'm saying? Miku, kada Miku happen. Dennery or Gros Islet? Abula. Miku! Good vibe, good vibe. Let's see who's gonna win this one. Trinidad and Chuckton. 2 good playing teams, good players I'm sure. So, let's brace ourselves for a good game. Meantime, give me the mic, have a little chat. Are you hearing me clearly? Okay, good. That's the range. Give me the same rhythm. See? Yeah. That's the official Veterans rhythm. You know what I mean? The pimping rhythm. Yeah. You see, I should have locked my extensions to Brazilian Brazilian. Yeah. Let's go. Give me the thing.
Veterans Welcome to our second game here tonight. That's of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017-2018. It's Dennery All Blacks coming up against Gros Islet Veterans. That's of the main championship. And let me remind you, it's of two championships, the main championship and the plate championship. Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup, live in color. Gros Islet Veterans decked in the blue and white. And of course, the boys from the Rising Sun, Dennery All Blacks, in the black and green. Francis Babalastic, the international coach. Is the national coach of St. Lucia. And this one is ricocheting of the national coach of St. Lucia again, Francis Babalastic from Gros Islet. And as you can see, Dennery is trying to build from behind. In the midfield. This one is coming across. Alufa Emil is trying to find his man, and this ball is straight back to Gros Islet. Francis Lastic finding his man there. Well, it's not as calm as it should be. It's kind of a hectic game being played between the two. There you see the number 15 there, Shem Sylvester, trying to recuperate, and of course the ball is hurriedly played with the throw going to Gros Islet's favor, to be taken by Marcelius Dovell. Is looking for the ball just on the advertising board. It's found. A throw into Gros Islet. Dennery back in defense. While still keeping the ball in defense is the boys from this Hurricane. Is trying to dance around the national coach, and the dreadlocks man is trying to push it forward there. And of course, a burst of fury there. But Dermont, Monrose is better off. Grosley will start from the back again. Urban is trying to get around his man and doing so quite perfectly. But giving possession back to the boys from the east, and of course Hurricane is just giving this one away to the boys from the north. Trying some dribbling there is Leo, but Dennery repossesses with the number 15, that's Benson Emil. Joey Hunt, the dreadlocks man, finding his man quite perfectly. And this one is given away back to Francis Babalastic. I'd call him the international coach, yes, of course. Because me here thinking nationally and comparing myself to the outside world, we are internationals also. And the whistle of the man in the middle, that's Gian Polius went. Francis Lastic again, going back to defense, and Monrose, the keeper, spreads it wide to Shimon Sylvester. Is looking for his man and finding him. That's Urban, giving this ball away. Some good work there, Lufa Emil. And the boys from the east, James Prosper there, back in defense, pushing it into touch for the boys of the Rising Sun. Throwing there to Gros Islet. Urban, Augustine, finding his man. Oh, Mike, the jolly one there, is finding his man there, the number 5 there for Gros Islet. Unfortunately, it's out of touch. Throwing to Gros Islet, Urban, Augustine. I think with Mike, 1-2 touch, and this one is bent to the far post, and no other than the number 25 of the Den. That's Dennery, Kendrick Collimo. That's Ed John, there in goal. Doing some very good save there. Ball is given away to Gros Islet. Dennery recuperating. A very good turn. Still possessing the ball is Jose. Now he releases it, finding his man quite perfectly. The ball is back with him. Jose Lewis finding Emil, goes across field, but Gros Islet trying to recuperate here. Some good work there at the back. It looked to me like James Prosper behind there, doing some work for Dennery in the midfield there right now. It's Jose Lewis, and ball is played through, and some very good defending again. Gros Islet with Lastic, finding his man. This ball is played through there on the far side, and it looks to me like Leo giving chase and recuperating there. It's all happening here in the south with the national coach finding his dreadlocks man. Emil finding his left back, a hunting play there. Dennery is trying to push forward there, but it's like putting up a resistance game. Gros Islet is playing with them, but in defense again. Dennery has to come out working very, very hard with the back four, as the ball is just hopping away into a touch throwing from Lufa Emil, and the ball is played back onto him. Is finding Jose. Luis finding his man. They were robbed in the process. Some good work there by Regis. Going far. Like Jan Thomas finding his man, and a favor is granted back onto him. Trying to whip this ball in the surface area there. Eluding everyone, and of course I think it went off the player there from Dennery, but it looks to me the referee had some other thoughts. Most probably a man was spotted in an offside position from what we've seen here on our screens, and of course up close is much different, and we'll start from the back. Dennery again will come. Benson is looking for Timothy Manuel, that's Hurricane. But relinquishing the possession to Gros Islet. It's Mike with the control on the chest, and he's looking to dance around, and he was robbed. Oh, the national coach is entangled there with Timothy Hurricane Emmanuel. This one is played forward. An attempted back heel, but some good work there by Lufa Emil. Steele is trying to get this one forward, and ricochet in there of the custodian from Gros Islet. Yes, of course, Urban, that is. Jose is trying to put this one down, but Gros Islet recuperating. Some good touches there by Sylvester, trying to find his man, and everything has been quite perfect on the back heel there from the number 10, and it's no problem there for the man in goal. That's Ed John. This one is pushed forward there, looking for number 12 of Dennery, and that's Mark Francis. The ball is put into touch. A throw in there to the boys from the east. They're trying to boot the ball down, and well, right now it's with Timothy Manuel, and this one is in the area. Some good shielding there on the part of the boys from the east, and the ball is given away but recuperated by Gros Islet. There's some very good work there, and the whistle of the man in the middle went. Urban Augustine was the man being impeded on, and Dermont Montrose will gladly pick up this one, put it in the spot, and look for his man, Marcelinius. But they are making a mess out of it there, and Luis is trying to bring it down, and it looks to me that he's giving it away. Well received by Urban. Gros Islet again trying to bring this ball down, and the game has been heated up with the national coach, the number 10 for Gros Islet, trying to spread this one wide, and he's done so. Well controlled. And Gros Islet is trying to build an attack there on the far side. This one is whipped across. Benson Emil takes charge, and it's back with Francis Babalastic finding his man. Back to Elastic. The ball is whipped into Mike Phillips' region there. And oh my God, Ed John is to the task. Everything is happening here for a reason tonight. The boys from the East Dennery in the quarterfinals with Gros Islet up north. Gros Islet in defense. And he pushes it wide, and some good work there for Urban moving forward. Ball is put into touch. A throw-in to be taken there by Gros Islet. This one is whipped by George Alcide. No problems there for man in the goal there for the Dennery, and Dennery again will start from the back. Giving it away. Gros Islet is trying to possess. But a wayward kick there. And Furious is there. Number 5 there for Gros Islet, asking, come on, man. Should have been done better. That's Shimon Sylvester. Jose Luis for the boys from this, looking for his man. The ball is given away. Gros Islet was recuperating there by Everton Regis, and he is back with possession. The dreadlocks man for Dennery is trying to clear it, and Mike is ruled offside. It's just the game, and we have to abide by the rules. It's ruled by a referee. He has a whistle in his mouth, and what can we say? Dennery again was trying to build an attack. Some clearance from defense. Everton Regis. That's Marcelinus Dorval, the defense of Gros Islet, number 15. The whistle of the man in the middle went after this a clearance there from the dreadlocks man from Dennery. Throw in there. Dennery in control of the ball game, but I think relinquishing the attack there onto Gros Islet. And of course the ball is played aerially for a moment there. It's brought down, and Dennery is in control by Timothy. It's a very tough game. Sometimes it's even difficult to watch. And of course your eyes would be moving in diverse directions. Joey Hunt with the throw for Dennery. Mike was trying to dance, but of course Gros Islet is still in possession. They're playing the ball so hurriedly, it's like it's no chance of even getting on a goal there. Luis again losing possession. Gros Islet almost giving it away and wasted. The game has to be brought to a calm. The coaches has to talk to the players in how to move the ball in the diverse directions that they would have wished, and keep it on the ground and not aerially like just now. It's just pushed into touch aerially again. Though it's veterans football, but at least we should embrace the game with some lovely touches and some lovely passes. Let me mention to you that you are viewing courtesy Winners TV. Our second game here tonight, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup for 2017-2018. Timothy finding Jose Luis. Oh my God, what a wonderful ball played on, and a boot was placed in there, and you just saw the view of the number 6 of Gros Islet, who's Philip Bernard. Of course, doing some very good work there at the back for the boys from the north. It will be a throw-in. It looks to me like Lufa Emil trying to throw this one. Jose finding his man, Benson. They were robbed in the process. Mike trying to move forward, finding his man. Clearance there. James Prosper and Dennery looking so very good. The tackle was placed in there. It looks to me like a Marcelinius Dorval in defense there for Gros Islet, and he was whistled. I just saw the picture of number 11 from Dennery. That's Lufa Emil there. A shadow in there, Leo, number 23 for Gros Islet, and then the number 10 of Gros Islet, Babalastic. Moving in to action there, and this ball is wasted. Yes, of course. Well, it proves to me that the veterans players, they're still strong. Of 40 and up, and to see the things that they do, they're still kicking the ball over the transversal, and that have a shot on goal, and this one is just grazing the right upright of the Monroe's goal. And for a moment, I thought Dennery would have gone up. The Monroe's placing the ball on its spot. It's not that often you see the goalkeeper playing the sweeper role in clearing the ball, and it's so nice even to see as the ball goes into touch. How you could see the pointing of both arms of, I think it's Jose Luis from Dennery is still pointing. Yes, of course, with the number 12 coming into the shadow there, that's Urban Augustine there. And he has hands on Urban Augustine already. Throwing there to Gros Islet, Urban Augustine, and of course Luis is still in battle there. Throw into Gros Islet. They're still in control. Gros Islet still in control there. Dennery with Lewis trying to build an attack. And of course the flick there from Jeremy Gideon bringing a throw. It looks to me like Timothy Emmanuel there. It was on the receiving end, and Gros Islet players still managed to put it into touch, looking for the ball. Here comes the ball. Thrown in there by Emil. That's Lufa. This one was brought down by Urban. Urban again trying to keep this one in play, and it's into touch. Lufa Emil with the throw again. He's trying to find his man, Lewis. Lewis is trying to dance around the Gros Islet defense, trying to bring this one in there just for the 18-yard region. And some good work there in defense from the dreadlocks man of Gros Islet. And giving the ball away to Dennery again. And looks to me like Gian Polius spotting it, hurriedly taken there by Hurricane Timothy. Spreading the ball. Emil to Timothy. A foot is being placed there and lofted a kick from a custodian from Dennery. It still remains at 0-0 between the two. Caribbean Lions Gold Cup football right here down in the south at the Philip Marsley ground. Some gusty wind being blown across the ground as Dumont lisses this one forward, eluding the player. Dennery again on the attack. It looks to me like Lewis is trying to dance around his man, doing so quite perfectly, finding his man. Oh, Gros Islet relinquishing the attack again to Dennery on the far side. It looks like Emil. But no problems there again for Dumont. Mike possesses this one here on the far side, trying to bring it across. What a run on the far side. And Gros Islet number 12 here, Urban, was well worked out in defense by the Dennery custodian. The whistle of the man in the middle went, ensuring things remain quite perfect here. Strong winds here at the Philip Marsley Urban with the throw for Gros Islet. Ball is coming across dangerously and not well met there by the keeper from Dennery. And the whistle of the referee went, spotting the infringement on the referee. All Blacks of Dennery losing possession. Joey Hunt giving it back to Gros Islet. Mike Phillips for Gros Islet. He's trying to turn around his man. Doing quite perfect there again. A fault there by Benson Lamille. He's trying to clear up by the dreadlocks man. Dennery still in possession of the ball and still doesn't know what to do with it. They are shadowed very heavily there by the Gros Islet team. Game played so hurriedly. Timothy is trying to find his man there, moving forward. It looks to me like Mark Francis on the run. Mark is trying to dance around the Gros Islet. Oh, a shot off target, that is. Well, when you see a shot taken like that, you're supposed to know it's Hendricks Collymore, as Dennery will start from at the back. Urban again tried to dance around his man quite perfectly, trying to take on two, losing it to Lufa Emil. Lufa Emil is trying to find his man there, moving forward, and is ruled offside. And now they're in search for a goal. The ball is being played in the manner that it should. They are not playing aerial ball right now. They are keeping the ball on the ground, and that's how it should be played. Timothy George finding the dreadlocks man. And of course he's finding Gideon. Oh, lovely ball. And Mark is on point. Oh, and Dumont is more than on point. Stopping Mark. It remains 0-0. Mike Phillips for Gros Islet, pushing it wide, finding his man. The ball is back with Phillip for Gros Islet. Mike in control. Dennery possesses. It looks to me like Mark was in an offside position, decided to leave the ball alone for a moment. Yes, of course, skipping it. George Alcide in defense for Gros Islet, trying to find his man. A very tense game. Hendricks Collimo again looking for the back of the net for the boys of the Rising Sun. Dennery All Blacks. Dumont goes wide, looking for Marcelinius. Whipping it to Urban. Well, it's a throw to Gros Islet. Urban Augustine with the throw. The whistle of the referee went. And Gideon was furious there, and he was touched there by his compatriot, and of course everything came to a calm. So we'll start again with Marcelinius trying to keep the ball on point. The wind is doing its thing here. It's natural. You can't blame the wind. It's all godly. Throw into Gros Islet. And again, he was brought to the tooth. That's Urban Augustine for Gros Islet. And you just saw Timothy Manuel asking his keeper, does he want a one-man wall? And I think that he's going to favor it. This one is coming in very dangerously. Joey Hunt. Heather. Oh, what a save by Ed John. Firing shot again coming in from the custodian of Gros Islet. It's all happening here at the Philip Maslin ground. He followed this one right on point. Corner kick to Gros Islet. Heads go up in defense, and some good work there from the number 6. That's Philip for Gros Islet, but relinquishing the attack to Hendricks Collimo trying to break through. Mike for Gros Islet is pushing it forward to the Dreadlocks man, which was shadowed by Joey Hunt, and I think the ball went out on the far side. Throw into Dennery, All Blacks. In defense is James Prosper, looking for Joey Hunt, finding him. Joey finding his man. Oh, some good work there. Oh, what a delicate ball. Looking for Mark. And some good defending again by the Gros Islet custodian and the keeper. Looking for his man here. Some lovely work from Shem. And Dennery still has a lifeline here as the ball is moving forward. And I think Hendricks Collimo is ruled offside. Some good work there and some good touches there from the Dennery team. Dermot Monrose finding Marcelinius, back to him, the keeper, as he launches it forward, looking for his man and finding him. Some good work there by the Gros Islet team. Keeping the ball in play is Urban. Urban is looking for Mike. Mike was bamboozled and he was robbed. Jeremy Gideon. This one was whooped across and Dennery not keeping possession. Francis Babalastic looking for the dreadlocks man wide on the far side. And Joey Hunt in defense for Dennery. He's at left back, doing some very good work there. Throwing to Gros Islet, Mike Phillips. Gros Islet still possessing the ball. Urban finding his man. Sylvester is looking to bring this one across here. Finding Francis Babalastic. And a boot raised too high there from the play of Dennery. It looks to me like the number 7 from Dennery. And should this man look like Claudius Monaville? And I think it's Claudius Monaville. I don't even think that I have the number of him here, but looking at this man, it should be Claudius Monaville, and Lastic is stepping up to the plate. Well taken there by Ed John, the keeper of Dennery. Throw in there to Gros Islet. Again, that ball is pushed into touch. Marcelinius will do the honors for Gros Islet, trying to look for Mike. John for Dennery. Pumps it high. Hendricks couldn't get through the defensive third of Gros Islet. Judge did some very good work there. Gros Islet still in control of the ball game. Urban looking for his man, finding it back. Oh, good touches there on the ball from Gros Town. Shem Sylvester finding his man again. Lastic trying to come around Emil, and the whistle of the referee went. Some indication there from the player of Dennery. That's Benson Emil. But some other faults there from the referee, as Elastic was going too early there with Jan Prosper. Was seemingly into solving some matters there, and hurriedly taken a shot there by Babalastic. But things will be brought back down to 0, and of course we'll be moving on to the referee's whistle. And Elastic has given the honors to Marcellinus Dorville. Is not working with the wind. It's very gusty here tonight, and I must say, as always, because we're very close to the beach here in View Fort, and we get some very strong breeze coming across. Very close to an airport also, where you hear the big jets land and take off. Ed John is putting this one on the spot, and this one is pushed wide to Joey Hunt. Dennery taking possession. Claudius Monaville is trying to dance around his man, doing so quite perfectly. Finding Lewis. Lewis to Timothy. Timothy pushes it to Benson. Benson is trying to dance around Mike. And he goes back to James Prosper. Prosper again was trying to find Joey. And the ball is eluding Joey and into touch for a throw-in to Gros Islet. Mike pushes this one forward, looking for his man. This one is sailing across. Heads go up, and the back of the net is found. Gros Islet going one up. It's all happening here at the Philip Marcelin ground. Yes, of course. And it's Sylvester finding the back of the net for Gros Islet. The number 5 putting it at the back of the net for Gros Islet. That's Sherman Sylvester. Gros Islet 1, Dennery All Blacks 0. Let me remind you, you're watching courtesy Winners TV. Throwing to Gros Islet. Marcellinus with the throw. And the whistle of the man in the middle went, and he takes charge of everything. Yes, of course. Sherman Sylvester trying to make his move, but the ball is back again with Marcellinus. Dennery will start from defense, and they were robbed. Still give it away. Claudius Monaville trying to find his man, and doing so quite perfectly. That was Johnson. A good touch there from Alufa. Tracking back is Marcellinus. Johnson with the throw, finding his man. Ball coming across. Clearance from Gros Islet. Gros Islet still gain the possession there, and almost losing it. Yes, of course they've done. Ball is pushed wide to Joey. Joey looking for the man in the middle. Mike is giving chase there for Gros Islet. Some good work there by James Prosper. Ball is given to Urban. Timothy. Finding his man. Lewis turns around his man. And he was brought down by Marcellinus. Well, a little pat on the back there from Marcellinus. No love lost. The Lisses was put on this one there, moving forward. It's Lewis trying to find his man and doing so. Short off target. Lufemil. Gros Islet recuperating. Lufemil again. Squares it to Benson. Work of the Emils. Oh, very good work there. And it looks to me like Lewis trying to bring it across and giving it away to the boys from the north. A control. And Dennery is trying to repossess, and the whistle of Gian Polius went. Some good movement of the ball there. It looks to me like Timothy Emmanuel there. I'm not satisfied with the quality to this one. And the first half was brought to the feet of Mike Phillips with the ball just dying to the boot laces of Mike. First half here, that of the second game here tonight, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017-2018. Dennery is down to Gros Islet by 0-1. Yes, of course, Gros Islet leading 1-0. We'll be back here with the second half of the game in about 15 minutes time. Let me remind you, it's Winners TV. Yes, of course, capturing it right here at the Philip Marcelin ground. And of course, we'll be moving into the semi-finals of the plate trophy next weekend, followed by the main trophy, because the tournament, it comprises of two segments. That's the main trophy and of course the plate trophy. Welcome back to the second half of our second game here tonight. That of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017-2018, which is the main championship, because the tournament is comprised of two championships, the plate, likewise the main, and of course here in the main tonight, Gros Islet is up by a goal to nil over Dennery All Blacks. Dennery in the green and black. And this ball is pushed wide to Mark. Mark is looking for Jose. Dangerously leaving his Gros Islet defense, and Mark was well taken care of. Gros Islet will commence again with Francis Elastic. Elastic is finding Thomas. Thomas is trying to get past the dreadlocks man, and Dennery in defense again is trying to recuperate. A player remaining down there, that's James Prosper from Dennery. And you see Claudius Monaville and his compatriots there having a word there with the man in the middle. Jeremy Gideon finds his keeper, that's Ed John. Joey Hunt finding his man. Oh, good pass there from Dennery trying to keep the ball. The whistle of Gian Polius went. And it's in the favor of the boys from the east. Claudius Monaville for Dennery is trying to take on his man. This one is ricocheting over Lewis. Looking for his compatriot on the far side. Gros Islet on the far side with Urban Augustine. The ball is issued into touch. Throw into Dennery. Mike Phillips for Gros Town. Teeing it up with his man, and a good shadow in there from the custodian from Dennery on the far side. Working it with his defender. Mike again for Gros Islet. And he was impeded. A whistle there by Polius. Francis Lastic trying to find his man. A touch too heavy there. A boot was raised in an awkward manner. Luis for Dennery. Ball is pushed back into defense there. James Prosper finding Joey Hunt on the left defense. Gros Islet recuperating with the dreadlocks man. Dennery again with Claudius Monaville trying to find his midfielder. It looks to me like Josie was robbed. Mike is teeing it up to Urban Augustine. Lastic finding his man again. Back to Lastic. The shot was blocked. Benson Emil is equal to the task there for All Blacks of Dennery. Urban Augustine shot on goal. Just wide of the left upright of Ed John's goal. And it's heating up here tonight at the Philippe Marcelin Magie grounds. A veterans football at its peak. Yes, of course. It looks to me like Mike is trying to dance around his man, and Mike is brought down. Some tough defensive work there by Timothy Hurricane Emmanuel. And with the gusty winds here tonight, All Blacks of Dennery is down, and a Hurricane Emmanuel is trying to do the hurricane thing. Yes, of course. Babalastic. National coaches, of course. He's the coach of his team. I'm supposing most probably he's the captain also. He's going to work with the trajectory of the wind. And oh, what a save again by Ed John. Barbalastic putting this one on point. And then John just flew like a bird to his left. Corner. Ian Thomas for Gros Islet. And you see again Dennery All Blacks putting up a resistance. Yes, of course. They're a goal down. They're looking for the equalizer. And it's like Dennery is in search for it for real. They're going to start at the back again with Benson Emile. Emile was trying to find his man. Again, Gros Islet recuperating. And they've got a Shem Sylvester. Dennery. Robbing it. Mark is trying to dance around free. And he's finding a Hurricane. Some good work in defense again from Philip Bernard. For Gros Islet. Gros Islet is trying to look to move forward there. But a touch too heavy on this one. And Ed John is not experiencing no problem finding his red locks man, and back to James Prosper. Prosper looking for Benson Emile, but he was cut short. And the boot was raised too high again, and it looks to me like Timothy Manuel was complaining and it was in his favor. Timothy Hurricane Emmanuel right on the screen, playing it short to Benson Emile. Emile goes wide, trying to find his man on the far side. Ball is into touch. Urban Augustine there on the far side for the boys from the north. Well, he's giving it to Marcelinius Dorval there to do the honors for Gros Islet. He's taking his cool time because that he knows he's 1-0 up. Though that 1-0 in football most probably is nothing and could change in a matter of some split seconds, but 1-0 is a big victory. Yes, of course. We all know that. Hurricane Emmanuel is trying to find Mark moving forward there, but some good work by George Alcide, the number 4 for Gros Islet. Applauded there by his goalkeeper, that's Dermont Monrose. A corner kick to Dennery All Blacks. It's Mark Francis bringing this one across. Well met there by Dermont. Clearance there from Elastic. Finding the man at the back, who is James Prosper. Prosper looking for his man, quite equal to the task. And this one is played to Hendrix Collimo. He's trying to dance around his man there. That's Philip from Gros Islet. And Philip redeeming himself there, being equal to the task. And we just saw Hendrix Collimo retrieving the ball, and he was furious. Believing that he would have gotten a corner. Philip Bernard trying to find his man. The ball is played forward there for Gros Islet. Joey Hunt for Dennery. Finding Hendrix Harry Kane Collimo. Colimo again with a back heel there to Harry Kane. And of course, Dennery is in need of a goal right now for the equalizer. Because so far the quarterfinal stages has been embraced with a penalty shootouts going into extra time, yes, of course. And of course, yes, I must say, respect is due onto the veterans tournament. Yes, of course, they are coming of age, hitting the mark of 40, moving away from the domestic league and showing us what they could do right here. Even those with the pot belly doing some very good work on the field of play, not mentioning those with the six packs. Still 1-0 in favor of the boys from the north, Gros Town. Gros Islet found the back of the net via Sylvester. And it looks to me like Philip Bernard taking control of this one there for Gros Islet, trying to find his man. Oh, that's Mike, trying to bring this one. Is it Mike? No. It looks to me like Mike is out of the ball game for the moment. Dennery, oh, looking for the equalizer there, but wasted there from Hendricks Colimo. Joey Hunt looking to deal with this one. But this one was just peeling from the inner portion of his boot or sheen area and rolled straight into a touch there over the goal line, and it's a corner kick. Ian Thomas there for Gros Islet, the dreadlocks man, to whip it in the surface area. Gros Islet has 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the area, almost outnumbered. There is Dennery and Gros Islet recuperating there. And the whistle of the man in the middle went, and that's Jean Polius. Well, as I always say, he's closer to the game. He's closer to the game, so whatever that he whistle, most probably it's in favorable to us, the spectators, and of course the commentators. Likewise, the players even closer to him will question his decisions, and yet still, you know, it's ruled by the whistle and it lives, honestly. This one is coming across, but straight into the grasp of Ed John. He has the number 25 on his jersey for Dennery, the custodian in goal. Claudius Monaville looking to play his man on. Some good work there from All Blacks. On the far side was well dealt with there for Gros Islet, throwing to All Blacks. Wasted again. Clear picture there of Lufa Emil, number 11 for Dennery. Mark Timothy looking to find his man, and he was brought down. But Colimo, oh my God, shot on goal Well collected by Dermot Monrose. This one is spread wide. James Prosper finding Joey Hunt for Dennery. He goes wide, finding Lufa Emil. Looking for the man himself, Timothy Emmanuel at Gros Islet. They're in defense with Philip Bernard putting this one into touch. Throw into Dennery. Lewis. Oh. Dennery still looking for the goal. And I think Claudius Monaville is coming from an offside position. Whistle there by the man in the middle. And I think that the time is closing up here on All Blacks. A one to touch there from Timothy and of course Hendricks Collimo for All Blacks.
What do you have to say?
Oh, good move there. And shot wide of the right upright of the Monroe's goal. And Dennery All Blacks. As you could see, the net flappering in the far distance there momentarily. There's some gusty winds at the Philip Masner ground. A wonderful crowd here tonight. Likewise last night. The Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup for 2017-2018 veterans football. Well, as I always say, they are coming of age, they are grown men, and yes, of course, they have to exercise practice. That's what we promote. Control there by Thomas, and the ball just bubbling into a touch there. Collimo will try to bring this one across. Oh, this one is blazed over the transversal. And it looks to me like Timothy Emmanuel. Timothy Hurricane Emmanuel. A reminder here, football action has been brought to you courtesy Winners TV. The whistle of Gian Polius just told me that Hendricks Collimo was ruled offside. And Dennery still on the back foot. A clear picture there of Tennyson and of course the man himself. You know of Kenson Kazime, as this one is listed through by Gros Islet. Throw in there to Gros Islet. Gros Islet is taking their time to play the game. It's not played hurriedly because Dennery is in search for the goal, but still it's not coming. ball is played aerially and been brought down to the green surface right now, and Gros Islet is taking control, and a custodian from Dennery committing himself. Sylvester pushing this one forward there, straight into the grasp of the keeper for Dennery. A lovely ball moving forward, but Philip Bernard has better ideas of finding his keeper. And it's back to Bernard from Dermont. Hendricks Collymore winning this one there. Finding Timothy Emmanuel. Now it's Luis trying to dance around his man. Dennery looking for the goal, which is not yet to come. Some very good touches there for Gros Islet. Shadowing it into touch is Ed John. Lufa Emil with the outside of his boot for Dennery, just spilling from the inner portion of his laces and going across the touchline, throwing there to Gros Islet. Giving chase on the flank is a Celestine, and this ball will just sail over the transversal of Ed John's goal. Dennery is like unhurriedly to do anything, like merely facing defeat already. James Prosper going wide to his man, and it's back to James Prosper with the outside of the boot. He's trying to find Harry Kane. Very good touch there by Sylvester, and the number 17 of Gros Islet was brought down, and that's Celestin. A free kick to be taken there by Gros Islet. Looked to me like a De Turville there. Everton De Turville, the dreadlocked man, behind this one there. He pushes it forward to Thomas. Thomas is sailing it across, and with the composure of the wind here tonight, which is undetected, a ball is swerved in diverse directions. Yes, of course. And it still remain at 1-0 in favor of Gros Islet. Joey Hunt is trying to find James Prosper. Dennery moving forward, looking very good indeed. Mark in control, finding Hurricane, and Hurricane is placing it straight into the defensive third of Gros Islet, and Gros Islet is having a chance here with the number 17. And Celestin is ruled offside. Well, Gros Islet is playing the game equally to Dennery as well. Dennery looking to find the back of the net. Right now, Benson Emil is trying to peel it from the outer portion of his boot. Repossessing is Dennery with Joey Hunt. Trying to find Claudius Monaville. And Claudius Monaville is sailing this one over the transversal on bended knees. I wish you could have said a prayer right now. And just getting up and rubbing the head there. And number 7 from Dennery. Hurriedly taking this one. He should have controlled it because the keeper was already down, and most probably would just a little flick there with the outside of his boot could have found the back of the net and footballed it always takes time. Yes, of course, Gros Islet will start from the back. On the far side, Gros Town coming through. The whistle of and the man in the middle went. Dennery taking it very quickly, and a player is being brought down on the far side. Looks to me like Jeremy Gideon there. Is he reintroduced into the game? A player from Dennery All Blacks is also racing with the keeper in retrieving the ball. It looks to me like Hendricks Colimo. Well, it's nothing wrong with that. It's pure sportsmanship. Not wanting to win, that's needing to win. He is needing of an equalizer before that he could win here tonight, because he's down by a goal to nil. The boys of Gros Islet is in charge. Gros Islet, Joey Hunt. Oh, looking for his man. Had properly controlled there. And James Prosper is putting this one into touch. Dennery, I must say, a tough battle. Yes, of course. And you're watching courtesy Winners TV. And football is at its peak here in St. Lucia. Yes, of course, I must make mention. It's veterans football that you're watching. We well poised indeed. And of course, at my side, I just have to stretch my hands out to the president of the Football Association, that of St. Lucia, Mr. Lyndon Cooper. Yes, of course, a man that I look up to, yes, of course, in football. James Prosper doing some good work in defense, sharing it with the Dreadlocks man, and the Dreadlocks man finding his man there. But Gros Islet again recuperating the ball, but still giving it to Dennery. Dennery again needing the goal for the equalizer, wanting to send it to extra time, and Gros Islet is putting up a resistance again tonight. And must I make mention of it, it's on neutral grounds, as this one is brought across by Celestine. Gros Islet trying to maintain the composure. Francis Babalastic equal to the point is Ed John. Oh my God, Gros Islet going, looking to go two up there and going with a full strength from Francis Babalastic. But Ed John equal to the point and keeping Dennery being a goal down. And it will be a corner kick there to be taken by Ian Thomas from Gros Islet, the Dreadlocks man. You could see the corner flag flappering, likewise the flag of the official there on the near side, as the Dreadlocks man whips it into the area looking for the second goal. Heads go up. This one just flattered Ed John. Shot from the number 13 of Gros Islet, Everton Rangers. Gros Town relinquishing the attack to Dennery. It's Claudius Mal Emmanuel finding his man, moving forward. Alcide for Gros Islet, clearing. Gros Islet looking to move forward again, but still it's on a slow pace with the keeper from Dennery coming off from the 18-yard and finding the dreadlocks man and Lufa Emile for Dennery. He's finding Shorty. And next, a dreadlocksman was introduced there for Dennery All Blacks. That's Shorty. Dennery losing a possession of the ball. This one is coming across. And some good work again. The national coach spreads it wide. Is it going to spread itself in the net? But of course not. James Prosper has better task on his hand. Shem Sylvester is looking to find his man there on the far side. But Dennery is recuperating there with Jose Lewis. Lewis trying to dance around. Finding Hurricane with Joey Hunt. Joey Hunt is looking for Martin. Clearance there by Demont Prosper. Joey Hunt for Dennery. He looks for Martin Shorty. The next dreadlocksman with the number 10 is looking for Timothy Emmanuel across goal. Clearance again. Gros Islet is putting up a resistance here tonight, preventing the boys of the rising sun from shining. But the sun always rises in the east, like I always know, and settles in the west. But the north is going to shine on the lights. But Martin Shorty there for Dennery, looking to move forward. Coming back to Timothy. This one is coming across there. But too many players from Gros Islet in the defensive third and causing a stoppage. The dreadlocks man looking. Oh, Mark is way there from Timothy. Looking for Mark. Dennery is looking so good in the second half, but again, Gros Islet putting up the resistance. It's more like electricity. Yes, of course, you need to complete the circuit in order for the current to flow, and of course, there's no current flowing there for Dennery All Blacks. They are in the black, and it's a blackout here tonight for Dennery All Blacks. Yes, of course, I knew that the sun rises in the east and Dennery is from the east, and the boys from the north is looking very good here. With the, till you see Alcide trying to do his thing here, and well guarded there by Joey Hunt, the dreadlocks man from Dennery. And Lufa Emile was booking very good there till he got some help there from Joey, putting this one there into touch. The boys from the den, the Lions Den. Yes, of course. When they threw Daniel in the Lions Den, the Lions became his friend. Well collected again by Ed John. Ed John is finding Martin Shorty right about now. Martin Shorty was looking for a next Martin, and he was robbed, and a salad. Not on the silver platter, but on the green grass of home. Ball is thrown to the far side. Lewis finding Mark to Martin Shorty. Martin Shorty is trying to dance. Pushes it wide again to Mark. Mark is looking for Timothy. But the ball is eluding all the players, and of course just seeing that Shem Sylvester skipping this one as you see Dermont receiving and pelting it with his laces forward as the ball goes into touch there, signaling the man, the official there on the near side with his flag. And Joey is pointing to directions right now. He's needing of the ball for a throw for Dennery. Hurriedly taken there by Joey. And wanting it back again as it goes back into touch. The Dreadlocks man looking for Timothy. It looks to me like Benson Emile was almost robbed. Gros Islet will come again. Dennery keeping possession. Oh, very good ball there. On the far side, Mark is sharing it with Lewis. A hustle and a bustle there in defense. And Gros Islet is the major there in the defensive third. Joey in defense for Dennery. Well, it turned out to be a very, very wonderful game at the end because it all started very tense. Either all teams were playing aerially in the first half and really couldn't bring the ball to the point that they really desired. And just to see the second half of this encounter here tonight between Dennery All Blacks and of course Gros Islet has been brought to a point where it's decisive right here tonight, as you just saw Timothy Emmanuel looking for his man moving forward. On the far side is Urban Augustine trying to find his man. Some good work by James Prosper in the defensive third of Dennery All Blacks. Gros Islet looking for the second one. Dennery putting up a resistance.
VIS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
Martin Shorty. Oh, Martin Shorty's trying to dance around too. He was robbed. Thomas for Gros Islet. Looking for Elastic. Elastic is managed by two here. It looks to me like a Benson Emile for Dennery. And of course, Gian Polius has better ideas. He has a whistle in hand. Also in mouth. Clear picture there of the national coach, number 10 of Gros Islet, Francis Babalastek. Ball to feet right now, caressing it with the hand. Putting it on the point. He'll lace it across. Most probably looking for the chest of his man moving forward. But in defensive, Dennery is proven to be very, very good indeed. Lewis taking control. And he was looking for Claudius Monaville there on the far side. And you just saw the trickery from Demont Monroe's, like over skipping the ball and just entertaining the crowd. Lacing it forward there. And the Dreadlocks man from Dennery has proven to be very, very good indeed. This ball is spread wide, looking for Lufa Emile. Lufa Emile equal to the task of finding Martin Shorty. Shorty sharing it with Lewis. Shorty again, losing it. Ian Thomas doing some good work in defense, safeguarding Shorty. Joey Hunt for Dennery, Dreadlocks man. Lufa Emile spreading it, finding Benson. Benson is trying to lift it to Emmanuel. Wasted. Some good defending there by George Alcide. Luis trying to dance around his man. Oh, Timofey. He needs to share it. He wants to share it. Squared wide. Dennery All Blacks just can't find a way through here tonight against Gros Islet. Francis Lastek looking for his man, moving for, oh, shot on goal over the transversal. And for a moment there, I thought that Ed John was cut short. Momentarily in his mind, he thought that he was cut short too, because he gave up, not even attempting. Yes, of course. Hello. Throw in there to Gros Islet. Wonderful back heel. Gros Islet losing possession. A touch too heavy on this one there for the boys of the Den. Mark Francis, though he got pace, but I don't think that the tight legs of Mark would do here tonight to this running ball. The official there on the near side, they're just signaling. It's in the favor of Dennery All Blacks. Throwing here on the near side. Martin Shorty is well guarded there by Ian Thomas, and Ian was whistled for pushing in the back. And dreadlocks upon dreadlocks here. Shorty, he was impeded there. Oh, Lewis is trying to dance around his man. He's taking on 3, and he's trying to feed. He's man, they're moving forward. Oh my God! And he was still putting this one wide of the left upright over the Monroe's goal. That is Claudius Emmanuel. Had he not been outside, what Claudius would have done with this one? Come on, man, Claudius. Even if it's veterans football, you have to be equal to the point. I must say so, man. And hitting the target. Well, though we play, and it's a fun thing, and we're coming of age, well, we do play to win, because I never want to lose. If I'm lost, I'm stuck with my enemies. So I have to win and remain with the Most High. This one is list forward there. Gros Islet looking to move forward, but Dennery is equal to the task with Martin Shorty. Shorty is looking to spread it to Lufer. Lewis again, wasted for whom? Clearance from the defensive third of Gros Islet. Dennery has little time. Lufa Emil with the throw, and Dennery almost couldn't take control of this one. Gros Islet is living a lifeline here. It's like ablution, the drop of, like only one drop of water. A lifeline, I must say. Martin Shorty for Dennery. With a wild cross. And this one is peeled from the inner portion of one of the defenders of Gros Islet. That off his boot. And it's into a touch for a corner kick. Strong winds here, straight from the sea. Coming across the Philip Marcelin. Dennery looking to come across, and they've met their demise. Celestine was looking to make her way there, and Celestine was brought down. And Jean Polius was asking the custodian from Dennery to get off at the ground to get his card. Yes, of course. Yellow card shown. Dennery still down to Gros Islet. Lastic looking for his man on the far side. Celestine looking to dance around. Celestine has danced, but a clearance there from Dennery. Well met in the midfield region. Gros Islet was trying to recuperate, but Dennery had all the ideas. Again, momentarily for Gros Islet, but wasted. Martin Shorty for Dennery All Blacks is looking to find Lewis. Back to Shorty. Shorty, a little fun time, and of course giving it away. And at the final whistle of Jean Polius, it is the boys from the northern part of the island securing the victory, 1-0 over Dennery All Blacks, and they'll advance to the semi-finals. Yes, of course, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup, the main trophy. Let me remind you, it's comprised of 2 championships, the main championship and of course the plate championship.